Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic.
It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we're gonna see Mark Andrews. He was terrific in last week's game, finishing up with an even 170 yards. It's the Ravens and the Giants, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here for a high-profile NFL contest, especially in terms of the ground games, Charles. I mean, we should be in for a heavy dose of running the ball this week. You've got the top rushing attack in the NFL against another top 5 rushing attack in the National Football League.
And if you like two teams that just love to run the football, to drive their offenses, you've come to the right place because we've got a nice old-school battle of wills in the trenches in this one.
Teams have met in Super Bowl 35 down in Tampa. The Ravens and Giants are underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Baltimore's offense making its way out for the first time and leading them their quarterback, a guy who is just so electric under center in his 5th season now, Lamar Jackson.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Jackson looking to throw right away. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Room here to run. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Ravens at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. A good pickup there at 22.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Play action. Now Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. You think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Tucker's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Again, it's Barkley. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. On the draw, this is Barkley. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. You're supposed to have them bypass the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
On the option, Jackson will keep it.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 33 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Prochet on the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance. Jackson going to hold on to it again.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
The drive starts with a completion left side. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll have the 1st down as he's up to about the 18. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants 1st down.
The they're going to look to throw. Completes this again to Shepard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing?
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Throwing Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41.
Going right back to Golladay.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Barkley inside handoff. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. A throw for Golladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Tucker now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Jones, another shot here after the pick 6. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 17-0 our score after 1. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Jones. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Touchdown, Giants! Jordan Akins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants get a bit closer. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Hey! I'm not flying!
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeaux, off the edge and dropping him behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play action with Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. Jackson. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews from 8 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. We had a pair of division rivalries in primetime last weekend, Week 5, and we've got another pair of good ones coming up here in Week 6. Starting tonight, Cowboys and Eagles from Philly on Sunday night, and then tomorrow, Monday Night Football has the Broncos and Chargers from SoFi. It's going to be a lot of fun, no doubt. Kickoff 5:15 local time for that one out in Southern California.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the 29, Jones.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
Jones now on 3rd down. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll find Akins there, complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay.
Down the left sideline. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line.
A big play there for the Giants. 45 yards.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
2nd down and goal. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jordan Akins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Gano the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes, too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
From the 27, Jones, and his throw is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Tucker now for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And New York set to take the field.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and this shows it.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Gano's kick is good, and that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. Play action. Now Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Jackson going to run again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long.
That's going to be caught. It's James Prochet.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
It's hot!
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. This is an easy one, 23-yarder.
Tucker's kick is good,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the 1st half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Flush to his right. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay.